if any other of the disciples kept the Torah other than Peter or Paul, or they were just one off or another. Here we have Stephen, and I'm not going to read the entire chapter here. It's a long chapter for a short little video like this. And Stephen here, he goes on to tell the story of how Yahuwah created Adam and Eve, and they went to Moses, and went to Abraham, and how we went to this entire story. But then he gets to the bottom of this, and we're going to start in 32. He goes, which of the prophets have your fathers not persecuted? And they have slain them, which showed before the coming of the just one, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers, who have received the Torah by the disposition of Elohim, and have not kept it. So he says right there that they had the Torah, but they're not keeping it correctly. And that was because they kept the Torah according to the Talmud. When they came out of Babylon, when they came out of Nebuchadnezzar's land, they all ended up with new rituals, new sacrifices, a whole bunch of off things that were not from the Torah, and they added and took away from the Torah and the Bible. And that's why he says, you guys had the Torah, but you didn't keep it. And after this, they were so mad that he said this, that they stoned him. They killed him for this. And Saul, Paul, as some of you know him, actually was the leader of the stoning. He gave the go ahead. He gave the nod. And that is why they killed him, because he said they did not keep the Torah correctly. So, yes, the Talmudim kept the Torah, and it was for all generations. Forever means forever. There's no changing it. There's no picking and choosing, trying to justify that the Torah is gone, when it is obviously not. When even the disciples consistently, fervently urge everyone to keep the Torah. They said, do my Father's will. Do the work of Yahusha. Do what Yahusha did, and Yahusha went follow the Torah. So, have a good evening, and shalom.